All right, so May 2022, question number 3, it says the diagram below shows 4 shapes, P, Q, R, and S on a square grid. All right, turn the page. We're asked to describe fully the single transformation that maps P onto shape Q. All right, so the single transformation that maps P onto Q, well, it's not a reflection. All right, I'll tell you what it looks like to me. It looks to me as if P is rotated is rotated 180 degrees about the point 7, 7. All right, let's have a look now at P becoming S, sorry, P becoming R. This is what it looks like to me. All right, so it looks as if that the translation that maps P to R is a reflection in that line that I just draw, and this is the line X is equal to 1. And now P becomes S, or it maps onto S by an enlargement. So let's find the center of enlargement. To find the center of enlargement, I must draw a straight line through corresponding sides on the object and on the image. All right, that was poorly done. So I'm drawing a straight line through corresponding sides on the object and the image. All right, so that's a straight line. Let's make it longer and ensure that it passes through corresponding sides on the object and the image. All right, so I need another pair of corresponding sides on the object and the image. Let's use these two edges, this edge here, this edge here, and this edge here. Just draw a straight line through them. So it looks as if the two lines meet here. That's 7, 11, the point 7, 11. 7, 11 is the center of the enlargement, and the scale factor appears to be 2. So let's go back to the next side. So now I can say that P is mapped onto Q by a reflection, sorry, it's not a reflection, by a rotation of 180 degrees. When the rotation is 180 degrees, you don't have to give the direction of rotation. So it's a rotation of 180 degrees about the point 7, 7. So that's what it looks to me. Point 7, 7 is the center of the rotation. That P is mapped onto R by a reflection in the line, a reflection in the line X is equal to 1, and P is mapped onto S by an enlargement center, 7, 11, and scale factor k is equal to 2. The B part of the question says, on the grid provided on page 10, we're to draw the image of the shape P after a translation by the vector -2, 3. Now, the translation vector -2, 3 is telling me how to move the shape P. The top value tells me how to move it horizontally, and the bottom value tells me how to move it vertically. The top value being -2 is telling me to move it 2 units to the left, and the top value being +3 is telling me to move it 3 units vertically upwards. So if I move this shape 3 units to the left, 2 units to the left, and 3 units vertically upwards, this point would go 1, 2 units to the left, 1, 2, 3 units up. It's going to end up at the point 1, 9. 2 units to the left, 3 units up. So this is going to be the new point here. The base is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 units. The other end of the base here, the height is 2, because in a translation, our translation is a congruent transformation. So after the transformation, the shape must be exactly the same. Or under translation, the object and the image are exactly the same, they're identical shapes. All right, so we're just drawing back this shape. After translation of a translation of 2 units to the left and 3 units vertically upwards. All right, so just taking our time, use your ruler to complete this shape. And remember, in a translation is a congruent transformation. So the object and the image are identical shapes. So this is what you'd get if you move P 2 units to the left and 3 units vertically. Oh, why does it look like I just messed up a little? I did mess up a little. All right, so the only thing I can do is actually fix it. This entire shape needs to actually go up 1 unit. I didn't carry it up enough units. So let's just carry it up 1 unit. Right, so if you make an error in an exam, that's exactly what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to just correct it. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Um, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So you just go through the trouble of erasing what you just wrote, what you just draw, and draw it over. Mistakes can happen. It's human to make an error. All right, so the last piece now. All right, so this is the shape you would get if P is moved 2 units to the left and 3 units vertically upwards. Let's see if we should call it any special name. So we're to label the image T. All right, so this is T. Now T is the image of P under a translation with a translation vector -2 positive